Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, the Bloodless run on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, wait for it, Zangestsu 2! Alright, oh look, he has already ended up inside the wall. Okay, let's cheese the fuck out of this guy.
Scarlet Thrust. Scarlet Thrust. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna whack you. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna hit you. Do all kinds of nasty things to you, and you can't do anything about it. The wall is getting angry.
The wall is getting very, very angry.
It has a long single tooth. Oh! Oh, damn it! The son of a... Owie! Ah! Come on!
It is at this point that I would like to remind the people watching that no, this is not the intended way to beat Zangestsu 2.
I would think
Which is why we're not going to keep that. Anyway, back to the title screen.
What? Oh, that was a... Come on.
No, I want an actual fight. This fight is supposed to be the second hardest fight in the entire fucking game. We're gonna do it right.
Well, look, man. In my video game, half-naked vampire blood sorceress would get to the cheese out boss enemy by making him stuck in the wall for no good goddamn reason.
Well, it's a good thing that we're not playing your designed video game then, because that was boring as shit. So let's actually do this fight correctly and show off what this fight is supposed to be like for a Bloodless, because honestly, I would argue that Zang 2 is what a lot of the fights in Bloodstained want to be, but just aren't.
Heh. En passant.
All right. So, as we fought Zangestsu last time, he actually for Bloodless, he actually goes through all four of his primary phases: his normal sword, fire sword, lightning sword, and his final elemental sword, ice sword. And he does these at specific HP thresholds. Getting him to these HP thresholds is entirely up to you. Bloodless has an easier time with this than Miriam because Charged Umbrella is a ridiculously powerful tool in this fight. But Bloodless also has the issue where her melee attacks don't honestly do all that much damage to Zangestsu. What she wants to be doing actually is using Charged Umbrella at specific times in order to successfully transition into the different phases, while also locking him into a recovery stance, and then from there, utilizing her advantage gain to hit him with a decently powerful spell, specifically Blood Rain. You'll notice I'm not actually using Blood Rain in this fight though, because I am of the personal opinion that Blood Rain, although amazing, isn't really all that good in this fight specifically due to how much Zangestsu is moving around. This opinion will change as we get to the very end, as we get to the second to last and very last bosses. But you know, we aren't at those fights yet, so.
Like the chain, it's coming down to the wire. Ow!
Ouch!
Oh, careful now, buddy. Wouldn't want to get stuck in the wall again.
I actually used high jump as an evasive option. Haha! Very nice. Alright. Now that Zang 2 is down and all of the bosses have been successfully defeated, Bloodless actually does need to defeat all of the bosses in the castle in order to get access to Den of Behemoths. Without taking down Orthros, the Den of Behemoths portal just does not open. Even after you've taken down Zang 2. So that is the other big reason why Bloodless needs to go into Inferno Cave. There's a Blood of Brutality in there, and Orthros needs to fall in order to open up the portal into Den of Behemoths. If it weren't for the fact that she needed to open up the portal for Den of Behemoths, honestly, Bloodless could have an extremely different run-through than Miriam or Aurora. Because if you recall, the only reason Aurora takes down Zangestsu is because she needs the Zangestsu in order to actually open up the door, in order to actually open up the portal. And I believe Aurora gets something for taking down Orthros, doesn't she?
I can't remember.
I forget. But here's the fight that we didn't do with Aurora: the Carpenter's Room.
You must be the... Oh, not just any carpenter, the Master Carpenter.
The Master Carpenter. This fight is honestly over now. This is a fight that I'm going to be keeping in like this simply because I don't want to have to deal with how much damage this guy can actually put on Bloodless when he's actually performing how he is supposed to. So yeah, we are going to be Charged Umbrella looping him to death.
I am going to lay the clay down.
Mostly because...
I'm going to drought.
Mostly because I am of the firm opinion that this is one of the best ways to get experience for Bloodless.
Ah, I see, but it did not destroy the Demon Lord that he spawned in. Interesting.
No, the Demon Lord that he spawns in is its own enemy. So.
Okay.
Also, we get another Blood of Erudition, making our Blood Rain even more powerful. This will come in handy, towards the end of this part.
Stop it.
I really wish that we could actually use Blood Rain as a travel spell, but it's so goddamn expensive that you kind of have to end up using it on specific boss targets.
Hey, who's throwing that?
Well, the pillars are being summoned by the ninja. You should notice that that one of the ninja spells has them crouch down for a moment and say and Kage. I honestly don't know what the rest of the phrase that they actually use is, but I believe it's Kage no Infernum, which would be a ninja art fire pillar. But I was actually mistaken. We're not going to end up going that way at all, are we? No. We have another bonus area to do.
It was hidden in the bookcase.
Welcome to 8-Bit Nightmare.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, you remember how I said Curse the Moon came out first, right?
I get it. It's supposed to look like the classic. The 8-bit
Yes, it's very specifically supposed to be Castlevania 1.
This is adorable.
This is very adorable. It comes at a pretty high cost though, because the reason why we're here is to not only get a specific blood shard, but also to fight a bonus boss. A boss that Miriam can skip entirely if she wants to, and she probably should, honestly. But I will have to show it off during the fresh mode run for the fresh hard mode run of Miriam when we get there.
I find it appropriate that Bloodless, the ageless immortal vampire, is the only character who would be old enough to appreciate the 8-bit nightmare.
Well, that's actually a misnomer, because at this point in the game's history, the 8-bit nightmare wouldn't actually make any sense because 8-bit's not a thing.
Oh yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Man, I mean,
we actually do have a somewhat confirmed timetable for when the game takes place, and it's before 1900. So 8-bit does not exist yet. All right, here's the blood shard that we get. We get Scarlet Thrust, which is the enhanced version. Which is the enhanced version of the Scarlet Thrust attack that we already have.
I love the slow scroll over. What was the area? Oh boy. Oh.
Hello, 8-Bit Overlord. This fight fucking sucks. I absolutely detest this fight as every character, but at the very least, the normal fight for Bloodless isn't too terrible until he gets to phase 2.
Well, come on.
Once he gets to phase 2, then the fight is ass again. But But for most of Phase 1, this fight is not that bad for Bloodless. Mostly because she can actually delete the enemy projectiles with Charged Umbrella. Most of the other characters have to use very, very specific tactics in order to get that. But Bloodless's Charged Umbrella actually works against spells, which is one of the things that the other characters' parries usually don't get to do.
So this is a thing that Streets of Rage 4 did, was they gave you a chance to experience what the original games had to offer. That this game concept has been around for quite some time. What was it, 1986? Castlevania 1 came out.
I want to say it's actually 89.
89. Okay, so that's. It's been
Behold
about 30
the powers
years
of Blood Rain.
Don't you want to use your new Blood Thrust ability?
Against this guy? No, I do not.
Huh. Maybe they should have waited until after this boss fight to give you Blood Thrust then. It seems a bit misleading. Ow.
What the fuck? Yeah. I actually did die during this take. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, don't apologize.
If I do recall, though, I'm relatively certain I actually end up doing a jump cut to Scarlet Overlord again.
Well, we seem to be going back there.
Well, yeah, I still want to collect the Scarlet Thrust, but I can't leave the area once I get in.
Right, you have to beat the boss first.
Yep, you have to be 8-bit Overlord. So I guess... Oh, there's that 8-bit zombie. We only encountered those briefly last time we were here. I really dislike going through this area as Bloodless, but because her normal melee attack does not do high enough damage to easily clear the ghosts or the 8-bit skulls. And clearing the 8-bit skulls is rather important for both experience reasons and surviving. 8-bit Ghost has got just slightly too much HP for a Charged Umbrella to actually kill it in one shot. So at least at the moment, if I had either the last blood of brutality or like 2 more level ups, I could probably be able to take them out with a 1 Charged Umbrella. But I don't have either of those things, and I'm not willing to go and get them. This is one of the only instances in the game where I actually find Blood Pillar to be specifically useful, because it allows me to have a relatively easy answer for these 8-bit ghosts.
Welcome to the time before game balance. Ooh.
Well, no. Castlevania 1 is actually really well balanced. It's hard as shit, certainly, but it's actually well balanced in the player's favor. You just have to know what the fuck everything does. And knowing what the fuck everything does is, partially trial and error and partially a little bit of experimentation.
Oh, at last.
Well, see ya.